The scorching sun is in the sky, scorching the earth, and the high temperature of up to 30 degrees makes the pedestrians on the streets gradually scarce. Su Xiao walked on the street under the hot sun, and the pedestrians around him all frowned and looked at him with some disgust. The carriage had been disposed of by Su Xiao, and the horse was sold at a low price. After counting the paper money in his hands, Su Xiao sighed. This is a kind of currency called Bai Ye. Sold the horse, he got 100,000 Bai Ye. Sounds a lot, but the actual is only equivalent to 6,000 RMB purchasing power. Please do not overestimate this 100,000 Bai Ye. Its purchasing power is much lower than imagined. After Su Xiao has tried to buy a good suit of clothes, it needs 8,000 Bai Ye, and if you want to eat a full meal, it needs about 900 Bai Ye. Look around. After finding no one in the floor, Su Xiao slow walked to a house. It seemed a random choice, but in fact he had been observing the house for a long time. Although the house is not tidy, there are no lines attached to the walls, which indicates that the house is inhabited and the facilities are complete. The layer of fine dust on the doorknob indicates that the owner of the house does not return to the house often, but only comes back once in a while, which is an excellent choice for his temporary shelter. As for why not go to a hotel or tavern, such a place to live, because that kind of place mixed up, very easy to cause unnecessary trouble. He came to Thief World to complete his mission, and with only 68 hours left on the mission, he won't be in contact with too many people other than what he needs. Too many unknown people equals trouble equals unknown danger. After making sure that no one was around again, Su Xiao took out some simple lock-picking tools. Click, click, click. The door answered to open. Su Xiao learned unlocking skills. The thief world of this simple lock, for him, is just a child. As if into their own general, Su Xiao into the house, after also shut the door. After entering the house, as he expected, there was no one in the room. This is 100 square meters of the house. Hanging on the wall of a photo, a picture of a man, a woman, and a few years old girl. From the hostess' sincere smile can be seen, this is a very happy family. Su Xiao quickly took off his clothes, light, and went straight to the bathroom. Although his endurance was amazing, but the stench also made him nauseous. Water flowing down the top of the head washed away the stain and smell of the body. Put on a new suit, Su Xiao felt refreshed. Sitting on the sofa, Su Xiao suddenly appeared in the hands of a white treasure chest. Treasure box, white, yes/no open. Choose to open. The treasure chest in his hand quietly opened, and not magnificent, and even did not make any sound. You open the treasure chest, white, and get the following items. Bai Ye 500,000, only available in this world. Letter of introduction from gate guard Captain Rowan. 100 paradise coins. Only get 3 items. The harvest is not rich, but also good. This is only a white treasure box. According to the Reincarnation Paradise item level, the white treasure box is only the lowest treasure box. First put Bai Ye away. Now do not need this thing. Su Xiao picked up the letter. Letter of introduction from gate guard Captain Rowan. Quality, white. Type, trigger item. Rating, 5. Item ratings are the same as equipment ratings. 1 to 10, the higher the score, the higher the value of the item. Introduce. This is an impassive letter of introduction. Captain Rowan abused the right of hand. Introduce a bully of Windmill Town as a member of the guard team. By virtue of this letter, anyone can become a member of the guard team. Prerequisite: you are a male. There is sufficient Bai Ye in the hand. After reading the introduction of the letter in his hand, Su Xiao smiled with joy, which was exactly what he wanted. If you can't kill the king directly, then at least meet him, and the task of the nightmare world is too difficult to be solved by brute force. Su Xiao put all the items into the storage space and left directly from the house. After finding a good meal in a restaurant, he began to keep an eye out for the guards patrolling the streets. The so-called guard team should be patrolling the streets and punishing some petty theft. Although the power is not big, but it is also considered the power department of the Kingdom of Goya. Tracking several guards, Su Xiao quickly found the guard headquarters. It is a 2-story office building. In front of the lazy standing 2 guards. Su Xiao had a letter of recommendation in his hand, so he walked directly forward. Stop, this is the guards, no trespassing. A young guard, attitude insolent. After seeing Su Xiao's civilian dress, tone is a little arrogant. I'm the new guard. Su Xiao just wanted to say his name, but immediately thought, Su Xiao, the name in the world of pirates, some violation. The brain turned. Su Xiao continued. I'm the new guard, White Knight. Young guard Alung looked up and down Su Xiao. White Knight. Why didn't I say there were new people? You don't want to blend in. Reese! Remember what the captain said earlier? No questions asked. White Knight, you and I will come. Another older guard glared at the younger guard and then led Su Xiao into the guard headquarters behind him. The young guard angrily glared at Su Xiao and muttered something. This insignificant role, of course, Su Xiao ignored, followed the old guard. He came to an office. Ahem. The old guard straightened his body, straightened his appearance, and just as he was about to knock on the door, there was a rapid gasp from the room. Su Xiao and the old guard look at each other. While understanding what is happening in the room, the old guard put down his hands, quietly standing aside. Knocking on the door at this time is obviously something wrong, will disturb the elderly guard's boss. The old guard to Su Xiao apologetic smile. Su Xiao is the top special care of people, so the old guard also do not want to offend Su Xiao. Su Xiao and the elderly guard walked aside. He took out a box of cigarettes in his arms, handed the elderly guard one. Snap. The cigarette was lit and the two chatted in the hallway. Although it is only a cigarette, it can establish some unreliable friendship. Why not? You boy is really lucky, actually have the leader care, rest assured. You have joined the guard, has been greeted, completely no problem. By the way, my name is Hank, we will be colleagues. Su Xiao smiled modestly, but the mood in his eyes did not change. My name is White Knight, please take care of me. When Su Xiao spoke, he put the remaining cigarettes in his hands into Hank's pocket. He is already considering whether the guards in front of him are valuable, and he now knows nothing about the situation of the king's capital, and the other side is of great use. Hank's smile visibly brightened when a short growl came from the room. Both knew it was time. Hank waited a few minutes and knocked on the door. Who? Come in. Wild voices were heard in the office.